Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brady, and today's video is going to be a bit of a serious one. I was wrestling back and forth kind of with the title of what to title it and everything, because I'm going to be tackling an issue and everything. Like, going to be a pretty, well, I thought, how could this be an encouraging video? And I thought to myself, well, you know what, why don't I just share about my own life? Why don't I just share about some of the things I went through? And because I mentioned in the Be Unique video about self-esteem and everything, and how can that can sometimes affect why we don't always be ourselves. And so I thought, why not just share that about myself? And so this video is titled Real Talks, because, you know, it's time for some real talk. So I'll open up about myself. I haven't always been the happiest person. I haven't always been the person that always laughs all the time throughout high school. And quite a few of my friends that have known me for so long can also agree with what I'm about to say, is that I used to have a lot of self-esteem, like low self-esteem issues. And because of those issues, that's when I started putting on a whole bunch of these different masks, because I thought, you know, if I wasn't always myself, maybe that's how I get people to like me. But I was basing how I saw myself, how other people saw me. When you base how you view yourself on how other people see you, that's not necessarily good. And so that was something that really affected me, was because there were so many things I was always self-conscious of, and a couple of those things, like I'll just say, was one of the things I did not like about myself was how I looked. And it really did not help when I actually had someone say to me, yeah, you're good looking, but there's always someone better. I realize I'm not the greatest looking person, but when you actually get told that, especially with the issues I was dealing with and a lot of stuff I've had go on in my life, that stuck with me. And I had other people around me that just looked at that person and they was like, are you serious right now? Are you really just saying that? And for me, I was just like, I saw myself very low. I saw myself like, you know what, maybe I'm just not good enough for anyone. Maybe I'm not good enough for those that are around me. And that really I started seeing myself, how that person and some other people in my life at that point in high school saw me. And I was basing my own self-worth and value on how others saw me, which was so not good. And so that got me into a really depression kind of state. And I remember just saying to my best friend the one time, I was like, you know what, man, I'm really ugly. No one finds me attractive. And he got so mad at me. He was like, Brady, you need to shut up. Because if you were in any other high school, you would be in a relationship right now. Like, you would have girls, like, chasing after you. And that kind of just hit me. I was just like, what? And I want to kind of get that across, is for people that, like, if you're in a low state, you gotta surround yourself with people that are going to support you, with people that are going to look at you and actually tell you the truth and go like, you know what? You are amazing, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you are attractive. But not only that, like, because people can kind of be like, oh, well, maybe I'm not smart. I had those moments, and I had people saying, Brady, you can do this. Like, whatever you set your mind to, you can do that. And so I actually started realizing, as I started doing that, and I've done those things in my other videos where I've said, look at yourself in the mirror and just say you're amazing, say you're this. I started doing that, and I started thinking that. I took it to God. I'm like, God, how do you see me? And I started seeing myself how God saw me. I started seeing myself how people saw me. And then I started realizing, you know what? I am attractive. I am smart. I am funny. I just need to start being happy. And so I started tuning that out. And that's what I think a lot of us need to start doing. Anyone that's going through any kind of low self-esteem issues, I'm telling you right now, you are attractive, you are beautiful, you are smart, you're intelligent, you're amazing. Anything you set your mind to, you can do it. Like, believe me, you can do it. This is coming from me, from a person that, you know, throughout my high school life, throughout a lot of my life, I felt like a failure. I felt like, you know what, I was never going to amount to anything. And those were just lies that I was feeding myself, and those were things I was kind of basing on what other people said about me. But you gotta listen to those. If there's 99 people that are telling you that you can do it, that you're amazing, you gotta listen to those 99. Ignore that one person that's trying to talk negative. Because sometimes people that want to talk negative have things going on in their life, so they're trying to put that onto you. And sometimes what you gotta do is exactly what that saying is, kill them with kindness. You just gotta look at them and say, you know what? I forgive you, I love you. And then, you know what, just give them a smile every day. And that can actually change how they are. Because I started doing that in my grade 11 and 12 year. Whenever that one person that kept on getting mad at me and kept on saying hurtful things to me, it's not exactly appropriate, but I would start laughing. And it wasn't for me to be a jerk or anything, but it's because, you know what, I started realizing my own self-worth. I started realizing, you know what, no, like, I know who I am. I know what my value is. I know that I am good enough. I know that I'm attractive. I know that I'm smart. I know that I'm at a high level. And it's not me being cocky. It was me starting to realize, like, you know what, I'm not going to let anyone speak in my identity. I'm not going to let anyone say anything about who I am because I know who I am. And so whenever that person would come at me and try to say hurtful things, I started laughing. And what made it kind of, you can decide for yourself, comment down below if this is good or bad, but the person got mad at me even more, and she would actually like storm off. Another thing that I started feeling very self-conscious about and I had low self-esteem about, and one thing I am still working on, and one thing that made me very, very nervous to do YouTube videos, and like part of me, I really want to be a speaker. Like I really just want to be on stages, even in churches and even just around the world, just speaking. But one thing throughout high school, whenever people were taking pictures or whatever and people would just like smile, I don't have the most amazing teeth. I even got teased about this when I did my old YouTube videos of dancing. I had people always commenting on the gap in my teeth, and like that made me feel so self-conscious. And that was just like it. I listened to what people were saying about me. No, so whenever it came to taking pictures, just because of my low self-esteem, I kept my mouth shut. And on my Instagram profile, there's a couple like of my one friend who if you viewed the one video, Self-Worth and Grace, featuring Katira, she took my photos. And whenever she tried to get me to smile, whatever, and I showed my teeth, and I always look at those pictures and I go back and forth between liking them and hating them, but it's because I look at it, it's like and I always base it on how are people going to view me. But now I'm doing YouTube videos, and now I'm at this point where it's like I don't care. Like everyone that's watching my videos can have an opinion about my teeth. I really don't care. Throughout my life, I actually based on that. I hated smiling because of how my teeth looked. And I based it so much, like I was afraid to talk to people at times that I didn't know, that I didn't grow up with. And that was the thing about my high school, it was small, and so we all kind of grew up together. But when it came to people like going for sports or whatever, like going to different cities or even different provinces or like just different schools, I sometimes did not like talking to strangers, and sometimes I didn't like doing that in public at all, just because I didn't want people to look at me and laugh or anything. But then I started realizing as I go through high school, and even now, I'm just like, you know what? If people don't like me just for that, people want to laugh, then it's like, you know what? Whatever. I actually started coming into this comfortable position. It's like, you know what? I'll smile. I will embrace something that I do not like, because you know what? It's something I'm coming to terms with. I'm just like, you know what? I like my smile. I like it. I like smiling. So why would I keep this? Like, because like I said, I can apply this to my why I'm doing YouTube video, and to this of like, I'm not going to let what I have limit me. In the sense of like, you know what? In society, we portray this perfect image, and I don't entirely fit into it, and I don't care. Like, I am who I am. And this is real talk. Like, you know what? I don't care what society says you're supposed to look like. I look like this, and I love how I look. I love who I am. And that's what I want to convey in this video is, you know what? To anyone who's watching this that, you know what, can relate to me or I can relate with, love who you are. Love how you look. Don't let what society and people around you say dictate how you see yourself. You gotta see yourself as, you know what, you are beautifully and wonderfully made. You are amazing. You are smart and intelligent. It took so long for me to get from that place of where I did not like who I was, from those low self-esteem issues. Because I used to think that I was like the ugliest person ever. Now I look at myself and I'm like, you know what? I'm attractive. I used to come from a place where I was like, you know what, I'm not smart. Now I'm just like, you know what, I'm intelligent. I used to question at times like, am I actually a good person? Now it's like, you know what, I'm doing everything I can for people, because I have a heart for people, because I love people. That's what I'm doing these videos to all you that are watching. I love you guys. I love all of you. So I hope that what you take from this video, push aside what people are saying to you that is negative. I've said this so many times in my other videos, you're probably getting tired of it, but look at yourselves in the mirror. think of this when you wake up in the morning, and as you're going to bed, just think to yourself, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm attractive, I'm smart, I'm a good person. Just think all these positive things. Whatever people are trying to say negative things into your life, think about positive things. Give yourself that nice boost. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this this part of me of just talking about myself and just being vulnerable. Because as I'm starting to do more videos and everything, I'm going to open up about myself. Next week I'm planning on doing another one of these kind of videos where I'm being vulnerable, where I'm opening up about who I am. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe to stay tuned for more, and as always, all the links will be down below. So I hope you guys feel encouraged. Whoever is watching, I hope you feel encouraged from this video. So thank you for watching, and remember, it's all in positivity.